through the first, we got our legs under it, that we played well. We battled. I think it was an effort to be proud of. Obviously, the win and the 2 points is what we wanted, and that's disappointing. I think we got to get to the net a little bit more. We had a lot of block shots and a lot of just first opportunities and one outs. And obviously they got a bounce there at the end to kind of seal it. But I think the effort level and the compete level was there.
What kind of woke you guys up in the second period there? Because the first period kind of looked like a little bit like last night, but then you guys came out a lot better in the second.
I actually thought halfway through the first we started to turn it on. I thought we started to take the game over. I think more than anything, just started to shoot the puck a little bit, create chances that way, and obviously out battle. We still got to find a way to score some 5-on-5 goals a little bit. I think. Lately we haven't found that. I think Royce's line was really going today, and we would have loved to chip in too. We had a couple of chances to kind of bury him, but we got to find a way to do that.
You got one game in 5 days. Is that
us early, and I think they were out shooting us 5 or 6 to 1 there. So after that, we kind of got our legs. We stopped feeling them out, and we kind of took the play back to them in the first, and it was good to see for the group in here.
Anything in particular turned that around? Because you had the quick goal against, and then the not a very good power play, and then gradually like the pushback started, and it kept on coming.
I don't know if there was one thing. I mean, we kind of let Scurvy out to dry a little bit. He had a couple of big saves for us to keep us in it, but during the TV timeout, we just said try to keep it simple, get some pucks behind them, and then when we started to get a lot of pressure, they turned it over, and we turned the momentum a little bit.
It was a pretty good response game after what happened last night. People thought it was going to go.
Yeah, it was good, and for whatever reason yesterday we weren't feeling our legs. We didn't have much jump, and to come back and to put a pretty solid 60 minutes in is good for the confidence in here. But it's not just one game. We got to build off that. We got to bring that every game.
You guys play like one game the next 5 days.
And some of the other games.
What did you make of young Jordan in his first game?
Really, really good. I mean, he was great composure, fantastic skating ability. He was so calm. I still remember my first game. I didn't even want to touch the puck, and he's handling it and skating up the ice, really well, making great plays. So very impressive.
How did you feel? Was there lots of nerves, or?
Yeah, I was really nervous at the beginning, but after the first, I took a short shift at the beginning and got the nerves out of there. But Ference really helped me by communicating a lot to me and made my game pretty easy.
One of the things he said is that he remembers his first game and he didn't want anything to do with the puck. He was nervous, but he said he was pretty impressed with the amount you wanted it, and the amount you handled it. Were you surprised at how comfortable you felt with it?
Yeah, I really pride myself in my puck moving ability, and if I didn't want the puck on my stick, I don't think I'd be successful up here. So I kind of took the first shift to get my sails under me and got a little bit of confidence with a short shift, and it went from there.
I watched your matchups closely, but did you have a moment where you looked up and realized that's Brian Getzlaf, or did you have one of those moments tonight?
Yeah, I was on a face-off. I kind of looked over, and there's Corey Perry just standing next to me, and I was just like, wow.
Good, guys. Good. All right. Good job. Congratulations. Thanks.
obviously found a way to push through tonight. Second back-to-back, I imagine that's big for you guys.
Yeah, it is. I mean, any points now are big. No one's going to roll over and give you anything down the stretch here, and you're going to have to earn it. So tonight I thought we did a lot of good things. We had a few breakdowns here and there, but most of all we kept everything to the outside, and our goaltender played good.
Looked like just like last night, looked like the times when you guys have been able to make a charge to the net or whatsoever, you've been rewarded, and obviously that happened there on your goal.
Yeah, we've been trying to make a point of getting to that net a lot more aggressively, and when you're having trouble finding the net and scoring goals, that's what you need to do. And it's like I said, we got a lucky bounce there at the end.
No, I was just going to say you kind of rewarded yourself with a pass up ice there.
Yeah, I mean, Cam did a great job. I mean, he got up ice in a hurry there and caught up with the play and passed the play. And he threw it on net, and we got rewarded for it. That's great.
Do you feel like you only had a split second there? Because obviously Scrivens was
I just
about
poked
to...
at it. I mean, there's no thought process when you go in there. You're just going to the net, and I saw a puck, so I poked at it and got a lucky bounce off their guys skating in.
You just chalk this game up to doing what you needed to do to get 2 points and get out
I
of
mean,
that.
we're starting to play better consistently. I thought, we had a few moments throughout tonight's game where we were a little hectic, but for the most part, it was a pretty good road game.
Was there a message in the second intermission because you seemed to come out more physically in the third?
I mean, the only message for us is to try and play consistent. We don't want to have those lapses during our game, and maybe in the second period we got a little away from ourselves and what we wanted to do, and we want to really turn around in the third.
Appreciate it.
That's Ryan Getzlaff.
follow up last night with the win, but just kind of push through and persevere.
The second night in back-to-backs for both teams are always just a mental battle. Your legs don't have quite the same jump, and you need to be mentally sharp, and I think that we did that tonight. We had a few lapses. That team can do it to you. They have a lot of skill, and if you make a mistake and give them an odd man chance, they're going to make you pay. They have a lot of talent. But I think the thing that we've done to turn things around, I really credit our forwards. They've gone to work grinding. I play against them every day in practice. They're impossible to stop when they want to keep the puck down low. I think during those 2-week stretches, during that 2-week stretch, we did far too much sort of hope passes, 50-50 passes into the front of the net. And because we were trying to create, we were trying to, every time we get the puck down low, we'd try and get it right to the front of the net to get a scoring chance. And oftentimes that would lead to it going the other way, and we spent far too much time in the zone. And I think that our forwards, before the last game, we spoke about that as a team. And I think our forwards have done a great job the last 2 nights, and it's really changed the complexion of our team right now.
Right there at the very end there, well, what are you thinking as, you're up a little bit and all of a sudden they've got 2 guys that somehow get behind. What are you thinking in that moment right at the very end?
Those plays are fun. I love that stuff. I love sort of a quick play where I can have a good gap, and you try and do as much as you can to make it a 2-on-2 with your goalie. And I was able to get him wide enough that John was able to make a pretty routine save.
What did he prove to you guys doing what he did in a back-to-back?
I think that we are all expected to play as hard as we can back-to-back, and we expected Johnny to do the same thing. He's an awesome goalie. We love playing in front of him, and he did it. He was John Gibson again tonight, and that was awesome.
We're going to come in, play a tough team. They're playing well right now, and got what we expected.
Not a ton of adversity, or was there? Was there more pressure on you than seemed evident?
I think we all knew that we couldn't win one, lose one, so I think we all knew that this was a big game heading into it, and wanted to start building up the wins again.
It's about trying to build some momentum, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, we didn't want to win one, lose one. We wanted to get on a winning streak here, and hopefully we can extend it to 3 and start a streak.
How much has playing, you've played on back-to-back nights before down in Norfolk. I mean, how much is that, prepared you for when you get the call, even at this level?
Yeah, it definitely helps. I mean, obviously a little more tiring up here, but definitely helps. You get prepared.
How are you feeling with 5 straight now, too? I mean,
I'm just enjoying the playing time and helping the team win whenever I'm in the net.
You say you feel a little more tired. What is it that's most noticeable when say even now, feeling now? What is it that's most noticeable after?
I mean, I think you're just fatigued. I mean, I think anybody here. We had a tough schedule playing last night, travel, and then a 5 o'clock game. It's a little earlier than usual, so I think we're all a little bit tired. But we didn't want to use it as an excuse, and we needed to come out and, like I said, put two together.
It's John Gibson, goaltender of the Anaheim Ducks.
Is that a tough one to analyze when you're 9 games in 15 days and 3 and 4, and you come back and you play as well as maybe you can expect to play, and you still lose them?
Yeah, you know what? After the first 5 or 6 minutes, I thought it was going to be a long night. We didn't manage the puck that well, and they got one in the power play, and we didn't really settle in until about 6 or 7 minutes into the period. But then once we settled in, I thought we played a strong game. The rest of the way, we had some great effort tonight. It was a good bounce back game for our hockey team. It was just one of those things where we had some opportunities we didn't bury, and they were able to get that one in the third period. And but it was a good game. I thought there was a lot of great effort from the guys, and it was a good game to come back after that game last night.
Are you kind of giving them another all-star break here, the time you have in between when you get back to Minnesota?
An all-star break.
Well, you got more than 5 days.
Well, yeah, it'll feel like it. It'll feel like it. It'll be time needed for our hockey club, I think, and we got a day off tomorrow where the guys can recharge, and then we'll practice on Monday and get ready for the game on Tuesday. So, but I liked our effort tonight. The guys showed a lot of grit tonight. We competed hard, and I thought our work ethic was really good.
Pass from Yakupov, that was more like a playmaker's pass. That was more like a personal one the pass to Yakupov on that goal.
Well, the goal was a great goal. Derek did a great job retrieving the puck and found Yak, and he made a great pass to Teddy. And I thought Yak was excellent tonight. I thought he had a really strong game. He was moving his feet really well. In the first period, he drove the net. I think that's what really got us going, was when he had that rush and he drove to the net hard and kind of lifted our bench, and then from there we started to play.
What do you think of most of these play today?
He was excellent. I thought for a guy coming in for his first hockey game in the National Hockey League, he was really good. He moved his feet. He made some really good decisions with the puck. He handled himself fine in the corners. I think for a first game for a young defenseman, that was a nice game for him.
You tell him to kind of stay within what he can do type thing. Is it tough not to get overwhelmed by the moment?
I just told him, congrats on your first National Hockey League game. I said, play your game. Don't change a thing. Do what you have been doing in OKC. Don't change a thing. Come here. I want you to move your feet, pass the puck, join the rush, and he did that. He played a very strong game.
Is that the way the NHL's going now? That more players like him really skate and separate the puck out and close on guys because they're smaller than they.
Well, I think so. I think everybody's looking for that skating component with all their players, but especially defensemen. It takes care of a lot of pressure. When the puck gets dumped in, he's able to go back hard for the puck, retrieve it, and then sometimes wheel the net and lead the rush. So you're always looking for defensemen that can skate well and move the puck.
In terms of managing your team's fatigue levels, getting later into the season now, and I know you practice often, you practice hard, the players like it, they talk about it. Are you having to change your plans or adjust on the fly as you go, and are you sort of reading from your team how they're managing the fatigue?
I'm just reading off them. Our practice sessions are going to start getting shorter. The intensity's still going to be there. and we want the pace to be there. But if we can cut back on the length of time, or maybe it's a half an hour versus 45 minutes. So the reason for that is that we have our systems of play in place. Now we just have to touch on them and maintain them.
Was the winning goal just kind of a breakdown, or was that just one that Ben says, I thought I had the puck, I didn't have the puck?
Well, you know, we were pretty good the whole game of staying on the good side of the puck, and on that shift there, we had some good offensive zone time, and then when the puck got turned over, we just got a bit puck focused, and we gave up a 3-on-2, and we forced the shot to the outside, and Benny had it, and then he came up. I'm not sure if he knew he had it, and then the puck was laying there, it went back down, and then the puck was loose. So it was one of those things where it's a tough goal for us to give up. Went off Justin skate in the net.
Back in there and do his best to try to keep the puck and it goes off the skate, you know.
Yeah, those things happen in the game of hockey. It was a tough break for us, but I think what I can take from this game is that I like the way we bounced back from last night, just with the effort and the level of compete.
Thank you.
Pretty critical, given you probably didn't want to lose, any momentum or any, feeling for what you gained last night.
Well, I was thinking all day that it was a really big game, especially with us going home and having to play Detroit and Ottawa and LA, teams that have been playing pretty well. So it was a big win for us. It wasn't pretty. I thought that maybe after the first 5 minutes, our guys were thinking, well, this is going to be easy. We had all these chances. We had an early lead, and it never works out that way. And then I thought we started, they started taking it to us a bit, and we were playing a little bit sloppy. And but in tight games, I feel real confident that our group is good and hangs in tough. And we've been lucky enough to win a lot of the 1-goal games.
I'm sorry. How important was John's effort tonight? John Gibson.
Oh yeah, he was marvelous.
Back-to-back and five straight starts and all that.
Yeah, and if you look, it's gone. The numbers, the goals against have gone down each game. So he's gotten sharper and sharper and sharper, and hasn't had to make the last couple games at least any breakaway saves like he had to the first couple games. So I think all that is good. I mean, and when he's getting confidence, and we thought he was really good last year, and so this is a good sign for him coming back off the injury.
The last couple games here, when you guys have made it crash the net, it looks like you've been rewarded, and obviously it happened again on the winning goal.
Mm-hmm.
Has that just been a renewed point of emphasis or happenstance or what?
Well, I think it's. I don't even know if it's renewed. It's told all the time, and again, we talked about it in between periods about hitting the net, because I thought we missed an awful lot of chances by shooting wide or high, and I said if you look at last night's game, and all 6 goals came except for the 6th one came from within 2 feet of the blue paint. So shoot it to hit the net, go to the net, and you'll get a rebound, and that's where we'll score. We probably won't score on the original shot, and luckily it happened the way it was supposed to.
Almost a split second there before Scrivens looked like he was trying. I guess he was arguing that he had it secured afterward, but
Getzy
like
saw, I give him credit. He just kept skating and off of that, and I think he saw the loose puck, and we got the break going in off the other team's leg, but that's sometimes what happens.
You had some choice words for the team, it looked like, after Lovejoy saved that one in the final seconds.
Well, it's less than 10 seconds to go, and we're changing like we did when Tampa had a breakaway. I don't get it, but thank God we did a good job, holding on, or it would have been a lot madder.
Line change with 10 seconds left?
Go figure. I don't know. I'm sure I made a few of them when I played, but it's just like you don't think of that. You think you never made a mistake when you played, but obviously I did. But you can't understand those changes.
For the Red Wings game, Freddie has had this layoff. Is he out of that game, given that he won't have a practice before that game?
I would say be safe to say that, but who knows? When I get home, I'll find out what's going on.
probably going good. Obviously, that Gibby's going
Yeah.
the way he is right
Yeah.
now and stringing some together.
Well, we just wanted to get some continuity with the goaltender and not just keep going back and forth. And he didn't get a chance to play a lot of games in a row early on in the year, so it's, we wanted him to play a lot right now.